My influence knows no bounds, my coffers know no limits. Bendover has become the financial king of the medieval ages. And who knew all it would take is legalizing pickpocketing? What a strange and unexpected way to generate infinite money. Who could have seen that coming? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you a poor peasant dreaming of a brighter tomorrow? Well, have I got the game which isn't for you, because this is The Guild Free, a game about peasant persecution and monopolistic corporations all formed in the 1400s. Surely it doesn't necessarily make historical sense to have megacorps cropping up all over medieval Europe, but honestly, historians have no control here. Instead, we're at the whims of the developers, a set of developers who are so strong and powerful their games received some very questionable reviews for being in early access. Oh, would you look at those percentages? Now, of course, when I see percentages like that, I don't think this game's going to be terrible. I think surely there's a metric ton of bugs and exploits in this game, and who would have guessed? Yes, there are. So, what are we going to do today? We're going to be generating a stupid amount of money and throwing ourselves into a lordly position of power, all by exploiting our various way through society. So let's start a brand new single player game. And of course, there's a whole bunch of fun little scenarios you can play as. In our case, we're going to be playing in the lovely city of London on the good old normal difficulty, not that it particularly makes a difference. And we're going to be starting a career mode with the aim of, well, just having a free game. Don't worry, we're going to be making a lot of money. Right, we're going to be playing up against 10 dynasties or 10 rival houses, setting ourselves up for hopefully financial success. Now, all we need to do is create our own custom character. Now, today we're going to be playing as the lovely and incredible character of Bendover. He's going to be a thief who's made his way over from the lovely port village of Dover right to the lovely city of London, and he's arrived to make fabulous quantities of money, and trust me, that's exactly what he's going to do. Now, if you're feeling happy, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you sat back, relax, you have a nice warm cup of Yorkshire tea in hand, and make sure to grasp it firmly, otherwise Bendover's gonna steal it. And if you're feeling especially fantastic, you can even leave a like on this video whilst you still have thumbs to be able to do so. Anyway, Bendover's about to show us how to make a lot of money very quickly. Now, of course, a game like The Guild Free is a tycoon game, meaning players are meant to really set up their own supply chains. They're meant to build farms that eventually supply taverns, and then selling those lovely taverns. Of course, that's not going to matter at all for us. You see, there are many ways to make money, and we're going to be making money in the fastest way possible. As the old saying goes, why make when you can instead take? And that's exactly what Bendover's going to be doing. We're going to be setting up the ultimate Thieves Guild. So we're going to build our first smuggler's hideout called the Broken Lock and slam it down over in this lovely region, which is the Market Harbour of London. The reason why we're building it here is simple. A whole bunch of the other AI families have also built their houses in this area. And you know what that means? That means that they have wealth in those houses. And I really do love taking from wealthy houses. Now, Bendover, he starts out as an 18-year-old lad, but as his name would suggest, his intention is to get literally everyone to bend over. Why on earth would he want that? Well, it's so that he can simply rob everyone blind. But before he can do that, he's going to need to start making a living the peasant way by, of course, juggling in little village squares and all of that lovely jazz. Oh, great, a thief has just stopped Bendover to play a game of dice. Yep, Ben, you're gonna lose some of our money, okay? We need that money. Can you not try and lose all of our money? Great, you lost 101 gold of ours because you started gambling with a street urchin. Brilliant. Alright, we're going to need to actually start making money. Now, we are building our smuggler's hideout, but that's going to take a little while to actually get our Thieves Guild up and running, but once it's up and running, we're going to start making money very quickly. Now, what I personally find so interesting about the City of London at the start of this game are that it has some very interesting laws, one of which being that it's perfectly legal to ambush people outside of the city, meaning it is 100% okay to quite simply rob people as they enter and exit this lovely little place. This is pretty interesting, because it basically means a subset of crime is completely and utterly legalized. Anyway, we're going to speed up some time so Bendover can generate some money dancing in the streets. There we go, some people like his performance, very good. And of course, the more he dances, the more people are going to like him. Ah, but perfect, our smuggler's hideout is complete. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to hire a couple of employees. What are these employees going to do? Well, they're going to start legally playing dice with people and then also sometimes illegally pickpocketing. Now, Bendover just got a nice little bit of gold doing a fun dance in the street, and now that we have his first business up and running, we're actually going to send him out to embark on a romance. We found Beatrice, a lovely level 8 citizen who's single, and we have a 73% chance to actually woo, so go on over, Bendover, try and woo her. Now, what I find very interesting about the Thieves Guild is, unlike most Thieves Guilds in games where you just simply pickpocket gold off of people, no, in this game, because it's a full simulation, your thieves literally steal the entire inventories of the people they rob, and then they bring those same inventories right back to their Thieves Guild Guild to be sold on the front store. Basically, people can come to the Thieves Guild and buy back their items, or random passers-by can simply buy the items of strangers. It leads to a very interesting situation where you can effectively steal the gold necklace off of someone and then force them to come back and buy it at a later date. Now already we're making a decent bit of cash. Oh, but it's going to take a while before we can make more. Although an interesting issue has just happened. One of my poor little pickpocketers, Mavis, has been caught pickpocketing. Do you know what that means? Well, it means she has to go on trial. Naturally, however, we don't actually have to have her go on trial because we can just fire her and never pay her and then hire a new person in her place. This brand new thief will do much greater for us in society, and it means we don't have any of those negative repercussions of having our employees caught for committing illegal acts because they're no longer our employees. Now, in terms of money making, the money is really starting to flow on in now. Our lovely Thieves Guild has made us so far 1,697 gold. This is entirely off of the back of selling things like bandages and talent books, which we stole from lovely peasants. Now, with this money, we need to reinvest it back into society. And one of the ways I like to do that is by increasing the customer satisfaction of our own Thieves building. What on earth do we get when we increase the customer satisfaction? Well, by increasing the customer satisfaction, people who buy items from our lovely thief shop are going to enjoy the process and actually thank us. That's because we're just incredibly good shop merchants and people like buying goods from us. This leads to a bit of a strange situation where people will actually be happier overall if you steal items and sell it back to them. Oh, and what's this? Our reputation has increased. Oh, lovely. So because of how incredible we are, in the harbour of London, we've become so popular that our local thieves now work even more efficiently just because of how incredible we are. Oh, things are going fantastically for us. Now, of course, with all of this additional gold, it only makes perfect sense for us to get yet another Thieves Guild down, and this time we're going to slap it right down near the Tower of London. Lovely stuff. This will be right in the heart of the city this time, with a nice steady flow of peasants for us to rob from. Temporarily rent items from. As you can see, it's perfect. One of our lovely little thieves here just stole blankets off of a peasant. Now we take them back to the hideout to be sold. Oh, it's just a perfect cyclical economy. Isn't it beautiful? It always works. Oh, and one of our family members has just leveled up. That's right, Bendover. He's now level 2, meaning we can boost up his fantastical charisma and dexterity stats. Now that he's leveled up a little bit more, we're going to have him once again try and romance Beatrice, because if we can fully romance her, we can get married to her, and then she effectively becomes yet another worker for us. Although in our case, we like to use our wives to become effectively hype people. The job of your wife is to simply stand in a village square and hype up all of Bendover's actions so that the local populace don't get a little bit upset that we're robbing them blind. Oh, a brand new building has been finished. Fantastic. The Golden Horde Thieves Guild is now ready to roll. Naturally, we'll improve our workers and increase their productivity and customer satisfaction, and now have them automatically go out into the wider world to steal items from everyone. And oh no, what's this? A trial's been scheduled. Edwina has been caught pickpocketing. Oh no, Edwina. Right, that's it, Edwina. I'm sorry, you're fired. And immediately replaced with hopefully a vastly more efficient employee. Now the thing is, the late game plan for our company does not actually require us to worry about such simplistical issues such as people getting caught for crimes, because eventually you don't need to worry about it. Anyway, Bendover's now getting married. Isn't that fantastic? Look at him. He's marrying a beautiful low poly bride. Ah, lovely stuff. Now we have Beatrice Dover as well as Bendover, and what we're going to have them do is go back to their homes and create the next generation of Dover. There are some really great items you can steal from the peasants, like for example this stone soldier, which would take physically days to make, and we just stole it from effectively a small child. Now we get the opportunity to sell it back for 2,000 gold. Isn't that just a lovely economical process? What we're going to do is we're going to place down a lovely robbers camp right down next to all the other AI's businesses. This is of course our famous robber camp called the Bagger with the Dagger. Anyway, now that good old Bendover's back home, he's gonna go and bend over and hopefully have a child. I'm pretty sure that's how children are created, right? Oh, fantastic. Beatrice Dover and Bendover are now expecting a child. This is brilliant because we can raise our child to be perfect and really profitable, hopefully. And now what we're going to do is we need to increase our reputation in society. Of course, the best ways to increase your reputation are to bribe people, but bribing people can be challenging. So instead, we're going to do the next thing and bribe the Catholic Church. And then at the same time, we can have our wife stand in a local public square and become our hype peasant. Now, having both of our thieves guilds running at the same time is going fantastically. We're now up to 15,000 gold, and our brand new building of the smugglers camp is now complete. Perfect. Now this building, very interesting, because for some reason some random melon in London decided it would be perfectly acceptable to legalize highway robbings outside of the city walls, and so that's exactly what we're going to support. We're going to have our lovely robbers run around the local countryside and rob people blind. Oh, and now the next season is happening. Now this next season basically allows for the changing of court positions, and oh my goodness, it's our child. Oh, my son, you shall be named Bon. Now Bondover is just a 1-year-old boy, meaning he is effectively completely and utterly useless. But one day he will become a useful functioning member of society. And fantastic, we're now also expecting another child, because of course the more children you have, functionally the better things are going. Now, of course, once you have a child, make sure to do another classical donation to the church. It's very important. And we're also going to have our wife do a donation to the church, because the more donations to the church, the better, because it earns you effectively influence, and influence can be used to upgrade yourself to becoming a free citizen, and then eventually a patrician, a nobleman, a squire, and then a lord. And you need all of these things if you want to try and overthrow the current ruler. Or in my case, just change a couple of laws, because if there's one thing about medieval society that I like, it's just how flexible the legal proceedings are. Oh, and fantastic, there's a vacant office as a gate guard. We're going to apply for this because it's going to allow us to propose changes to the local law. So we're going to nominate ourselves, Bendover, to become a gate guard. Of course, we're not actually going to guard anything. If anything, we're going to be doing the opposite, considering we are a bit of a morally legal grey area. Now, of course, as every good Catholic knows, as soon as you generate money from racketeering a local company, make sure to donate at least half of it to God so that they can forgive you and also increase your influence, because influence is everything. Of course, Ben and Beatrice have another child. He, of course, has a brother called Bon, so naturally he needs to become Bam. It's Bamdover, a lovely sweet boy. And of course, when you have a child, make sure to do a church donation. You need to be doing a church donation at least every 5 seconds, otherwise society might try and get you exiled. Everyone knows this. Now, we do have almost 60,000 in gold lying around, and this is a decent position to be in. We can set up many different companies now. We could run many different smugglers' hideouts, but actually, we really just kind of want to become a little bit more famous in society. We need as much influence as possible. At the moment, we just don't quite have that influence. Can we bribe an official? It's a 50% chance, but if we did manage to pull it off, we'd immediately gain enough influence to actually boost our way up through society. There we go. What a beautiful sack full of coins. I think it fits perfectly to your hand. You're right, it fits perfectly. Thank you, of course. I will help your coils. Lovely stuff. Oh, that's a whole bunch of influence. So much influence. In fact, wait, that seemed way too much influence. We just got 2,000 influence from that. Well, we're going to immediately buy Bendover the title of free citizen. This is going to allow us to send relatives off to trade missions, and then we're going to need a little bit more influence in order to become a patrician, and trust me, that's going to be nice and important. So, once again, what a beautiful sack of coins. I think it fits perfectly into your hands. Come on, Bendover, hand over the coins. Hand it over. Don't you think it fits lovely? I'm sure you do. Oh, your hand is a bit bigger, but it will do. Yes, lovely. We get 1,000 influence as well, and this means immediately we can level Bendover up to becoming a patrician, which means we can now do insults, we can send someone on a long distance journey, we can spy on buildings, but my personal favourite, oil the wheels of bureaucracy. That's right, it's political simulator, ladies and gentlemen, as you're able to spend 20,000 gold to instantaneously get 3,800 influence. Now what we're going to do is actually buy this sleight of hand upgrade, and this is going to let us upgrade all of our thievery buildings, as well as give all of our characters and thieves increased dexterity. That's right, these upgrades are permanent and also improve all of our workers. Now because of all of our lovely bribing, it's pretty much guaranteed that we're going to become the next council guardian, simply because all of our fiscal lubrications has resulted in the captain who's in charge of hiring our position to actually really like us. All it took was a whole bunch of underhanded gold, which we generated from probably stealing from that very same woman. Oh, our candidature was successful. There we go. We become a council guardian. In our fun little position as effectively council guardian, we have a few fun little bonuses. We can perpetually imprison someone, and we can also now break into buildings, which is all lovely stuff. Anyway, our thieves guild is now upgraded to a thieves den, so we can hire an additional employee and also actually hire another employee on top of that. And my personal favorite, to increase the customer satisfaction and productivity ratings. Oh, what's this? Oh, I get to be on board for this trial. So we've discovered that Mabel Oscroft here has attacked someone in central London. Now, of course, the party is leaning to just finding her, but using my influence, I'm going to sway it hopefully over to actually imprisonment here. I mean, she is the head of an entire family, so I think imprisonment would be good fun. Oh, she just got fined. Fine, okay. Society is working as intended. That's terrible. Oh, and you know what? We can actually apply for the next position in office. This is a brilliant opportunity to move up in our world and become a city constable. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Because there's no other judges on the council, I can actually just decree what to do, because the opinion of the city wants someone to be just fine, but because there's no other judges other than me, I could just throw someone in prison every time there's a crime. Oh, it's perfect. perfect. Oh, and then I can change the prison sentence to be longer. New release date was no longer going to be in 4 years' time. Make it 8 years, my friend. Ah, I'll see you never. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I've just got a once-in-a-lifetime offer from the one, the only Bendover. He's told me that the first 6,000 people to like this video will be given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to not have the air pickpocketed out of their lungs. This is a wonderful experience because it means you'll no longer be at risk of sudden asphyxiation whilst walking down the streets. Oh, Bendover, aren't you so breathtaking? Anyway, back into the video. Now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Things are shaping up rather well. We have 43,000 in the bank, but things are about to get a little bit better because at the end of today, our lovely wife, Beatrice Dover, is going to hopefully be elected to become an informer in our lovely city council. This will give her the ability to propose a change of the city laws, especially one concerning the illegal action that is pickpocketing. Meanwhile, at the same time, Bendover is running to become a dungeon master. This isn't like the fun tabletop role-playing kind. No, this is the kind which can publicly mark someone as an outlaw, effectively meaning we can hopefully imprison just about anyone we like. Now, what I'm currently having happen is I'm currently having my robber camp take some of the goods which they've actually stolen, and now what they're going to do is they're actually going to just ship them to the local marketplace, just because we've kind of stolen so many things, it just makes perfect sense. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Beatrice has become an informer. Oh, it's everything we wanted. Lovely, because this now means she can propose a change of the law. And guess what? Beatrice is going to propose the greatest law change ever known. Oh my goodness, it's going to be perfect. She is going to propose that pickpocketing will now become completely and utterly legal. This is her proposition, and it is going to go down very well. Now, of course, we will have to wait until tomorrow for the law to come into effect, but once it does actually come into effect, what Beatrice will have done is to make it completely legal for people in the city to actually pickpocket people. Whilst this might not sound like much, it is absolutely insane because effectively it means we can have every single one of our thieves pickpocketing everywhere, and it's perfectly fine. In order to actually prepare for the uptick of what's going to be an incredible amount of thievery, I'm going to build a thieves guild right over here, and actually another thieves guild really close to our house as well. There we go. We're going to need all of these, trust me. Oh, and I forget, because I'm of course the town henchman, I'm able to change the prison sentence so that my own thieves can have immediate release. Oh yes, what a lovely feature that is. We can just immediately, when one of our thieves are detected, bam. Oh, and here we go. Pickpocketing has just been made legal. Oh, it's legal now. Right, all of my lovely thieves, you are no longer going to be doing anything other than pickpocketing. Okay, it's legal, so that's what you'll do. This is our brand new building as well, so naturally this is going to get upgraded so we can have some extra workers. We're then going to increase its productivity and most importantly customer satisfaction, otherwise people will get upset buying back their own goods. And now we're going to hire all of our lovely employees. Welcome Jeffrey, welcome Raymond, welcome Dominica, welcome William, and welcome Iris. All of you are going to be doing perfectly legal pickpocketing. So what does this mean? Well, it basically means our lovely pickpockets can go up to people, and if they fail to steal their gold, it doesn't matter. They can just rob that man, and that man can't do anything. Those goods have been legally taken over to the shop, and he's going to have to spend 1,600 gold buying back his handcarts, which we just permanently borrowed. It's amazing. I love this game. I really do. Now, of course, if we do get detected actually stealing and someone notices that they've been stolen from, they'll be upset. Of course they will. It is actually upsetting to have things taken away from you. However, they won't be able to fight back, and the only way they can get their goods back is if they actually go back to your shop and buy them. But of course, if people start getting really upset, oh, well then there's an issue, isn't there? The last thing you want to have happen is to actually become hated by the city, because whilst we now have an active workforce of 20 pickpocketers running around stealing all of the goods this city has and then selling it back to the citizens, we need to find a way to make people happy. And the best way to make people happy is with robber camps. Now what we're going to do is, instead of having all of our robbers set to completely legal ambushes, we will now set them all entirely to jugglery. What this means is they're going to be doing lovely happy dances in the town centres, and every person they dance in front of will have a positive mood modifier. That's right, they'll see a happy person and they'll think, you know what, that fills me with joy. Anyway, we need to actually upgrade our character even further because I need to build more buildings, and oh my goodness, we're now a squire. Look at that. We have so many fantastic bonuses now. Oh, we can also pick up sleight of hand free, and we can now also pick up shadow arts. This is going to of course increase all of our stats, give everyone an 8 additional stealth point. But now most importantly, we can build yet another robbing camp. And we're going to position it just outside the city over here, and we're going to fill it with effectively hype beasts. Oh no, a member of my family has died. Beatrice Dover died at age 39 of perfectly natural causes. Oh, what a shame. That's just kind of the way medieval life goes, I guess. Oh, and of course we won the rank of Dungeon Master, so we can actually publicly brand someone a criminal. Oh, it's fantastic. It's everything I wished it could be. It costs 200 influence, but I can brand someone as an outlaw. Oh, yes. Whose life do I want to ruin? Right, you there, Walter. You're 34 years old. Bam. Suddenly you're now marked as an outlaw. Enjoy. Let me go find you and brand you as an outlaw. Oh, you're just over here, my friend. You've got a pleasant surprise coming, because as soon as you're an outlaw, it's perfectly fine to assault you. And perfect. We've just branded him as a criminal, and so actually I'm pretty sure he's just gone straight into the dungeons. Lovely stuff. Anyway, now that we're making an incredible amount of money from robbing people, we need to oil the wheels of bureaucracy to gain more influence. So let's of course oil the wheels of the local castle. How's our thieves guilds doing, by the way? Oh my goodness, look at the supplies. Things are going great. Oh, these are just brilliant and perfect. We did oil the wheels of bureaucracy, generating us a lovely quantity of influence, although I would actually love to have more. It is still a decent start. Suppose we could try and bribe an official as well. Yeah, let's go bribe a random squire. Oh, he's the sovereign. Okay, so he's the actual king of this land. Well, sure, he'll be fine to bribe. Alright, there we go. What a beautiful sack of coins. I think you'd love it, my friend. It fits so perfectly into your hand, kind king. Ah, yes, it does fit perfectly. Lovely. So my sovereign has just taken all of my gold. Now, what's interesting about the fact that I just paid him a whole bunch of gold is that I can now initiate the perfectly legal maneuver of pickpocketing the gold right back off of him. So let's chase him down and get my 5,000 gold back. Don't mind me, just borrowing this cash back. And lovely, fantastic. Instead of actually getting all of the gold back, we instead managed to secure ourselves 2 heads of cattle. Okay, fine. That's okay. But as you can probably tell, money is actually starting to flow in at a terrifying speed right now. Let me just upgrade all of my thieves guilds even further. This is now a level 3 thieves guild, meaning customer satisfaction is now at 130. Everyone who comes into this shop to buy things really loves the experience. And of course, everyone is going to be set on pickpocketing. So what we've created now is the Thief House of the Golden Horde, where effectively people who've lost their items will come here to buy the items back, and we generate lovely gold from it. As you can see, these citizens here, relation score of 92 with these lovely people. Right, you know, we should probably also try and find ourselves another wife to marry, simply because more children means more children who can be around hype beasting. So let's get romanticizing. And oh my goodness, my son, Bondover, has actually reached the ripe old age of 15, meaning he can do whatever I can do. Oh, that's perfect. Right, Bondover, immediately I'm going to get you to apply to a nice position on the council. There you go. 85 influence is all we need for that. And then at the same time, I'm also going to need you to actually go and get yourself married, so go find some single ladies. Alright, Bondover, your golden glowing aura. Mention that, she'll fall in love with you immediately. And at the same time, I realize I can build myself a lovely mansion because I have so much money. So yeah, let's slap down another one of those bad boys. And you know what, let's do it right in the city center, which I've helped to make. You know, because I'm so lovely and humble, I want it just right in the center. The father is trying to steal the son's girl. But you know what? It's okay. Oh god. Alright, you know what, Bondover, go find a different love. Bend over, still chase after this lady. You've probably got the best chance. Oh my god, we just sold something for 4,900 gold. Wait, we're at 100,000 gold now. Oh my goodness, this is terrifying. These are actually insane quantities of finance right now. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. And fantastic, my mansion's ready. Lovely. All right, let's move ourselves over here. God, look at this. This is a lovely place instead. It's fancy. It's got yellow windows. All right, we're going to try and get Bendover married to this woman. And Bondover, you still need to find someone to fall in love with, my friend. Oh, there we go. Bendover's getting married for a second time. Lovely. So we now have Carissa Dover. We can send home to our mansion. Now, you might be wondering why on earth I want multiple people in my dynasty. Well, it's actually very simple. The reason being is that the more people you have in your dynasty, the more people you can have to oil the wheels of bureaucracy. Because you see, the developers wanted to balance this game by saying you can only oil the wheels of bureaucracy once a day. However, that's once per day per family member. So good old Bondover can go grease the wheels of the city hall. Meanwhile, Dungeon Master Bendover can also grease the wheels at the city hall for 20,000. And then Carissa Dover can now go and also oil the wheels of bureaucracy at the local town school. Why not? Well, bam, there we go. 4,000 influence from that. And now, of course, Bondover can't do it again for another day, but that's all fine. Bendover gets another 4,000 influence from that. Oh my goodness, that was brilliant. And then we're going to get some even more from that. Look at that. We're now at 23,000 influence. This is an insane figure, which is going to allow us to gain the title of Lord, which is brilliant for us. We have so much money and so much influence now, more than we could ever theoretically really need. But logically, that just means we need to get ourselves another thiefcraft house. And I've hit the maximum number of businesses I can have. Oh, fully understandable. I just need to upgrade the existing ones then. Oh, it's the summer of 1420. Lovely. We have a brand new son. He's going to be named Chad Dover. And what's this? Family members being attacked. Oh no, Ben Dover's being attacked. That's my boy, my precious boy. Oh, he actually managed to knock out the guy attacking him. Wow. Right, it does make me realize that I should probably hire guards for all of my lovely men now. So let's hire another henchman. And this henchman's job is to quite simply guard Ben Dover's life. Oh my goodness, the financial wealth of our empire is just knows no bounds. It's fantastic. We go out and we steal something, and then the lovely person we steal it from has to come back and then buy it back from us. But in doing so, the satisfaction is so high that they don't really mind. And then at the same time, even if they are still upset, we have a whole bunch of robber camps which are just going around effectively being hype musicians. I mean, who can be mad at someone who's creating an endless list of really good Minecraft covers of your favorite songs? Oh, and we got another candidate in office. Oh, that's right, it's me. I'm a treasurer now. And what does that mean? Well, it means I can banish an individual. Doesn't that just sound fantastic? How much does it cost to banish? Oh, it's just free. Okay, right. So the Aldersmith family doesn't like me. So let's just banish Walter Aldersmith, because if I remember correctly, yeah, but he's the only other AI really in any position of power. So let's just have him murdered. Well, not murdered, actually, just banished. I mean, we could also have him murdered, maybe. I'd be up for that. And we have even more money lying around, so let's once again oil the wheels of bureaucracy. Oh my goodness, things are going so well in all of our shops right now. It's just absolutely fantastic. We've maxed out all of our workforce. We've got as many thieves out on the streets as possible. And the best thing is, if we go to the guilds menu and take a look at the dynasties, look at our reputations. South District of London, love us. Tower of London, love us. Central London, love us. The Harbour really likes us. Can't say the same for the other dynasties. No, things aren't going so great for them. No one likes the Heskirth dynasty. The only dynasty they like, the Aldersmith dynasty. Well, guess what? The head of the family just got thrown into exile. That's just how it has to be, you know? Oh my goodness, production has halted at this Thieves Guild because they've run out of space to store all of the stolen goods, so I'm going to need to actually build some more storage slots for them, as well as some increased storage capacity and a couple more front store spaces so they can sell stuff. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Production has basically halted because the thievery has gone too well, and we can become a baron now. Lovely stuff. And actually, I forget, because we're now so big and powerful, we can give all of our workers an additional stealth and perception there. So now all of our thieves, like this level 3 thief here, really good perception, level 8, and a stealth skill of 13, so they can just rob wherever they like. Now all that's left to do is hire myself a henchwoman here and take her over to the local town market, because I have plans for her. Because we're going to equip her with all of the latest and greatest bits of technology, including plate mail armor. There we go. She can have one straight up bit of plate mail armor. That's just going to make her immortal. Then we can give her a long sword because it will do the most damage, and then we'll also equip this henchman with a whole bunch of poison as well. And now I think it's time we just send her out into the wider world to eliminate some of those other peskier family members which we just don't like. Like say the lovely Conrad over here, Conrad Corder. He's just a guy walking around, he's 19 years old. Well, we're gonna spend 10 grand and have this guy assassinated, because why not? And if it fails, it's fine, don't worry. We can just always kidnap them instead. And if anyone does find out, we can just banish them from society. Right, so poor Conrad here, he's running for, well, what is his life, although he doesn't realize it yet, from our lovely henchwoman Anne here. And trust me, she is a henchwoman. And there we go, Conrad, please now come and die. Oh, there we go, a nice stab to the back. You flop down on the floor. Are you dead? Come on, are you dead? What? There's a vacant office? Was he the captain? Is an office now just vacated? I think it has. Right, there we go, that was success. Admittedly, it has made it so that our reputation has diminished a little bit, and the dynasty of Corda now has us hostile, but that's okay, because there's not going to be much of a dynasty for that long. All I need to do is knock out the heir to the Corda dynasty, and then what we're going to do is kidnap them and hopefully ransom them back for a little bit of extra cash. There we go, fantastic, we just got her. Is she dead? No, fantastic, she's not dead, lovely. Right, let us now kidnap her. 86% chance of success, yep, this will be fine. Right, hopefully no one will notice. Let's just pick her up off the floor. And there we go, success. Inventory full. Wait, does she go in the inventory? Ah, well, here's a slight issue. I forgot to make sure our inventory was empty beforehand, and so consequently, we can't actually take her. Oops. I guess we could just murder her. 80% chance to kill, so why not? Oh, we successfully banished Walter Aldersmith. Lovely. He's now gone. He's no longer even exists in the game. He's just completely and utterly dead. And there we go. We've captured Jocelyn Coda, technically. She's locked up / kidnapped, although I'm pretty sure she has to actually come back to our own dynasty of her own accord, but technically we do now control her. She is a hostage. Right now I think it's time for once again for us to oil the wheels of bureaucracy with 20 grand. Are we able to upgrade to becoming a count yet? No, not quite. Although, I mean, we are immensely powerful, so I don't even know if there is much of a benefit of us actually gaining the rank of count. We might as well just whap out all of these lovely bonuses like becoming enchanting, boosting our reputation a bit. There we go, we can buy some charisma. Wow, +5 charisma actually, that's insane. Now we've gained +5 intelligence. Actually, not just us, all of our workers as well. All of the workers have gained intelligence. It's just like some kind of shared innate knowledge. Our level 5 thieves now have +10 charisma. Oh, that's incredible. That's absolutely amazing. All right, at this point, the finances are just insane. They're just completely off the chart. Even our little hype squads are still making a little bit of money. The little baggers with daggers and that are just robbing people. Actually, no, these aren't even robbing people. They're just, singing songs in town centres. Look at that. Basically, if you're walking around the streets of London, you're either being attacked by a member of the Dover Thieves Guild or being entertained by a member of the Dover Entertainment Facility. I mean, just look at this. You got a lovely dancing person. Isn't that fantastic? You love that. You'll pay money for that. And by doing so, of course, you like society. It's a great time. You like being near the lovely people of the Dover dynasty. Look at the popularity. They're off the charts. Oh, wait, there's only one person left in the Aldersmith dynasty. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? I mean, that basically means you're just one person away from immediate death? Oh, right, well, it'd be a real shame if one of my, I don't know, heavily trained henchmen were to suddenly run over here and have you murdered. Oh, wait, I can't attack Walter Aldersmith because he's banished. Okay, he actually has to physically leave the map. Oh, that makes perfect sense. I was wondering why I couldn't poison him to death. But no, his daughter, Cherise, that person I can poison to death. He asked that over here in a storage barn, but that's fine. Storage barn isn't going to stop me from murdering someone. Wait, let's murder this person instead. Hit it with the poison. There we go, 78% chance for Irene Corder, to just get poisoned. Lovely stuff, and now she's gonna die, hopefully. I just love that there is absolutely nothing that the AI can do. There's just nothing to stop me from taking total control over everything. I'm the most powerful being in this entire universe. I can banish people on a whim. I can do whatever I like. I'm effectively God. My influence knows no bounds, and my coffers know no limits. Bendover has become the financial king of the medieval ages. And who knew all it would take is legalizing pickpocketing? What a strange and unexpected way to generate infinite money. Who could have seen that coming? Oh my goodness, everyone on the city council loves us, and all of the AI people of this city absolutely worship us. Like even the king. The king over here, Arthur Soper, the sovereign of the region, 100 relation score, absolutely loves us. We've robbed this guy about 50 times. We've stolen the horse he was riding on whilst he was riding on it, and then we sold it back to him for 4 grand. And he still loves us. But using all of my lovely characters and their abilities spread across the region, we're going to be improving my dynasty's relations with everyone in the city by falsifying a whole bunch of things that our dynasty did. Apparently we built orphanages everywhere. I mean, sure, probably, why not? What really makes the Thieves Guild tick is the fact that you can buy an item from the Thieves Guild and then immediately have it taken straight back from you by good old Anthony here, who's just standing right outside the Thieves Guild, so that as soon as you buy an item, you take one step outside and wha-bam, it suddenly left your pockets. Anyway, the fun thing is that now we're the treasurer, we're actually in a situation to become the next sovereign. And the issue is the sovereign isn't an elected position, it's a position held for life, meaning we're going to need to get Anne on the case again. So Anne is going to need to come over here and effectively kill the king, and then we're going to have Killian come over here just to really back up the job and try and attack him on the spot. Right, there we go, Anne, good luck. If you can kill the king, that would be perfect. What's that? Is there a vacant office? Nope, that's not the king. Okay, the king's still alive. That was a failure. King's a little bit upset. Just -20. It's not the worst thing that's happened to him. Oh, we tried to attack the sovereign and the sovereign fought back. That's a bit awkward. Right, let's attack him again. Come on, it's a 100% success chance to murder this guy. Okay, he's got hardly any health. Like, it's not difficult. Just murder the king. Alright, I saw that the sovereign was hiding in one of his houses trying to heal up. So what I did was I just bought the house out from underneath him for the sweet, sweet low cost of 2,000 gold. And using that money, we're now going to actually get all of our local thieves in the area. And then using the fact that he's now forced back out onto the streets, we're going to use that as an opportunity to attack him with all of our local units. These are all of the random thieves we have walking around. I mean, the guy is just one-shotting most of them, but, eventually he will go down. His hit points are not immune. All right, we have as many workers as possible running in from all across the land to try and fight the king, who hasn't quite worked out that effectively we're just here to try and gank him a bunch. But there we go, we've actually just knocked him onto the ground. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's the first time we've managed this. Okay, right, now, everyone's gonna have to run over here and attempt to kill him. Right, so we'll 66% chance to kill him. That's fine. If that fails, we'll hit him with a 59% chance to kill him. And if that fails, you can come over and try and kill him as well. Everyone gets to go trying to murder the king. There we go. The sovereign is gone. Long live the sovereign. Oh, fantastic. That means there's a brand new position that's opened up and Bondover's ready to apply for it. Oh, yes. Oh, fantastic. There's a new opportunity to apply to become the local king. Now, of course, we're going to throw Bendover up for that because why not? We can increase our lovely pledge to become the sovereign, but honestly, it doesn't matter what we pledge because we're the only person who is able to become the sovereign, meaning we've just won this vote immediately. It's impossible for us to lose. And we still have to wait 4 days for it to actually take effect, but we've won the game effectively. We've made it legal to murder people, and it's completely legal to pickpocket people, meaning we've generated 500,000 in wealth. It's impossible for us to lose the game. Oh, it's fantastic. We've completely broken you, the guild free. I'm so sorry. You're a pretty fun game. I rate you a solid 5 out of 10. I can't wait to see what happens with more updates. This game is actually multiplayer, so I recommend probably picking it up with friends and then decimating them in multiplayer when you pickpocket your poor friend which decided to play the game in a manner which is actually constructive for society. As everyone knows, actually helping society is the worst way to play any game. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the Spiffing Brit and this has been the guild free. And if you have indeed enjoyed today's video, then feel free to give it a like as it does massively help out, and hop on down to the comment section and see what you can steal. Hopefully each other's comments, like literally just find the funniest comment and steal it. It's how you gain infinite karma on Reddit, so it probably also works on YouTube. As always, a massive thank you to each and every one of my majestic patrons who are really helping us out at this very strange time, so thank you very much each and every one of you. I'll try and post even more corgi pictures as and when they become available. And hey, if you sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, then I've got exactly what you're looking for. It's on screen now and it's your perfect cup of tea. Trust me, you're gonna absolutely love it. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day and goodbye for now.